Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Where we go?
Back to throw. Herbert, open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A run, it's Murray. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run for the first time with Hill. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here we go, here we go. 10 Lobo.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert, and he finds Stills, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll run here. It's Murray. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. The kick by Lutz is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Kill. 27, 26.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Check right. Check 52. Switch. Then we're going to 53. Alert 3.
Here's Pollard. Levante David in on the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Shift. Here we go. Going to 54. 180. 26.
On second and 9, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Underneath here to Hill. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And a scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check. Watch 54. Crunch time, defense.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
53, Mike. Go. Get out there. Check. 53's Mike. Check. We're going to 54. 26.
Prescott to throw it. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go. 54. Tackles. 6 guys. We're going to 53. Check the backer. Out. Check. Kill. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Here's Prescott. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
54.
Now Prescott. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Mike, 53. Mike. Come on. Check 37.
Now Prescott. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Coming to you. We're going to 53.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now here's Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, as the first half is winding down, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
That's it, baby. We got work.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go. Check right 54. Right 54. Hey, defense. Hey, defense.
Here's Pollard again. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack. Prescott. And he's going to go down again.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Whip. We're going to 53. Check.
3rd and long for Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's the 2nd and 7. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. To throw on third down, Herbert. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down.
35 to Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. 22-jet bombers, 22-jet bombers, now.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Mike, my board. Night, night, sweetheart.
They'll run with Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Looking to throw. Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott from the gun. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Cameron Jordan, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. After the sack on 1st down, Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The big fella, 30. The 20, 10. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Let's go, baby.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. And this one complete to Smith. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Ebron's got it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Complete. Smith has it. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 6. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they